So I would just say if they want people off of drugs, or you want some chance of people getting off drugs, they're going to have to provide some housing and some stability. That's real life.
I feel fabulous. I mean, I'm very, compared to the last time you saw me, Eric, don't I look better and look happier than I did down there?
The other thing is that in reality, adults and their patterns might be very well established as adults, and that means addictions in some cases. And it's been, most studies are saying, well, not everybody is going to get off of drugs. So let's, bite the bullet and say, is that all we want from a human being, is whether they're an addict or they're not?
Yeah, you can even say it, yeah. Oh, fuck.
So what do you say to people who say, yeah, but we're paying their rent?
What do you mean?
What do you say to people
But
out
I'm
there?
paying my rent.
Well, somebody's paying a rent.
How they paying the rent?
Where's the money coming from?
From our fucking sweat and blood and whatever the fuck we went through. We're human too.
Explain that to me.
I've had honest jobs.
Okay, we have medical problems. We have medical disabilities. So even if we didn't smoke, we're still gonna get our fucking rent paid. So you're not paying anything extra for what we do. What we do here, we earn it ourselves, and that's why I get pissed at
You
people.
want one of these? They're not chocolate.
No, that's enough candy. That's enough candy.
They're
I've
not
had too.
chocolate.
Yeah, nobody's supporting my habit. Like if I wasn't fucking medically fucking with the legs all fucked up and that, then I wouldn't be getting fucking welfare.
I chocolate.
I'm getting even if I'm on welfare and I wasn't smoking, I'd still get the same amount of money. So you're not fucking paying for none of my habits. I pay for my own habits. I hate fucking you. Oh, we're helping you smoke. Well, you're not helping us do fuck all. We do it anyways. This stops me from stealing, so you're keeping people out of jail. Support the criminals. Oh, yes. Okay, let's get her scattered. Let's go. You ready?
You want to do that?
Want that?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You do? But
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? It's so pointless.
I know.
Start to remove the pain, and you'll start to remove a lot of the serious addictions. And will there always be addictions? I don't know. There'll always be patterns, ways in which people deal with things. Things can be a lot better. And I would suggest we all get together and make things a lot better for people.
I make sure my house is clean, my laundry's done, I pay my bills, my food is bought every month, and I have 2 kitties. They're hiding somewhere. I have 2 cats, very, very well behaved cats. Yeah, I got fish too. Once in a while, like I'm seeing a drug counselor right now, and it's only maybe once or twice a month now that I smoke, right? I don't think I will totally be cured of being a crackhead. And it's scary to think that way, but it's true. I don't have to hook anymore. I don't have to beg for money anymore. And I'm happy. Like, I'm very happy to be where I'm at today because thanks to housing, here I am, and I'm doing really, really well. Mentally and physically, I'm not able to work because of all the abuse and stuff that I had to put up with when I was growing up on the street and stuff. But I am responsible now for what's going on, and I'm happy that I have housing. Because if it wasn't for this housing, I don't know where I'd be right now.
While there are no guarantees that all those with homes will be happy, there is an absolute guarantee that all those without homes will struggle and may eventually die in some dark recess somewhere unknown to anyone. So where are we now, Terry?
We didn't mean to bother you.
And there's no room in Nellie's now for you?
No, I've been calling for 2 weeks straight.
You've been calling for 2 weeks and nothing?
No.
And so you find yourself here in this room?
I don't sleep down here, I sleep on the path.
What is normal? People always use that word, normal. Are you normal? What the hell is normal? What is normal?
Eddie says it's a cycle on a laundry machine.
Well, Eddie is a psych one. Eddie is a psych one on a wash machine anyways. I don't know what normal is. I feel normal. I feel human anyways. I feel a lot better. I feel 100% better today. I feel a lot healthier and everything. Oh, I love the way I am.
And why do you think other people from Tent City haven't made the adjustment you made?
Because they don't want to. They don't want to. They want to. They want to keep going and keep going and keep going. Till one of these days, they're not going to go no more. They're just going to fall down the street something. I still have the odd little drink or something, but not like I used to. With crack cocaine, forget it. And this place is packed with crack cocaine down here. Walk down the street.
How do you not do it?
How do I not do it? Go home. I got my dog to look after. I got my place to look after. I got my phone bills to do. I got my cell phone to pay. I got my cable to pay. I'm getting a satellite dish now. Thursday I'll have a satellite dish. You couldn't have a satellite dish in fucking Tent City. Well, fuck that shit. Oh, don't put that on.
He does look peaceful.
See you, buddy. What about Eddie? Eddie could be alive today if he wasn't doing crack.
Yeah.
Eddie was in so much pain that he smoked crack every day.
Kill the pain. I know. I get in pains too, my arthritis and that a lot of times too. But that's not the reason I smoke. I smoke to lose myself.
But that's, he said too, exactly the same words. He smokes to lose himself.
Yeah.
Why do you want to lose yourself, Pop?
Because you don't want your memories, too many memories back. You just want. The past is the past. You can never ever live the past.
So why do they? Are you saying your memories come back to haunt you?
Sometimes.
And so smoking crack relieves that for you?
Relieves a lot, yeah. Relieves a lot, yeah. Sure it did. Eddie was right. Eddie's absolutely right. It was too bad that he had to. Too bad he had to go that way, though. You know, it's that's not the way I wanted to ever see Eddie go. I never ever dreamed that Eddie would go that way. I figured that Eddie would get to the age and go to bed at nighttime, and that's it, because that's the way I want to do it. Just go to bed at nighttime, not wake up the next day.
You remember what happened to Eddie when he was in Kingston? You know, his family brought all the articles, all the newspaper articles to the wake, and the pictures of him when he was young. So when you think about Eddie, how do you remember him? Would you rather remember him back in the days of Kingston, or would you rather remember him back in the days of Tent City? What's better for you?
I just remember Eddie when he was younger, you know, and played ball and all that shit together, and the pen and all that, right? That's the way I remember Eddie. He liked the good times, eh?
Did Eddie die because he was homeless, or did he die because he had a drug problem that couldn't be cured?
Eddie died, yeah, because of the drug problem he had that couldn't be cured. I told Eddie when I lived on Coxwell, and I told him then, I said, Eddie, slow down, quit.
We do know in Toronto that there's very, very little transitional housing in the community. A transitional housing alternative is something that people need to kind of help them figure out what they want to do in terms of their housing situation, help them break away from their street involvement, help them to make more positive choices, get them involved in the community through volunteering, support people to get involved in social recreation programs, help individuals to look at a whole bunch of things in their lives like budgeting, their finances, their drug use. There's a lot of guilt involved in saying no to their friends. They're still very vulnerable to having people that they've known from the street trying to access their units, access them. We want to make it really easy for people to say no, and we're looking at having a zero guest policy. We want to meet with each person individually to figure out exactly what they want to work towards. We know that from the research that's coming out of mental health recovery that it actually helps to work with people to set higher goals. So we're also finding more and more through the research that people need to have a sense of community, a sense of belonging, reduced social isolation to make it work for them. as well as get involved in their communities and also get involved with helping one another. So those are the kinds of things that we want to build into the program here, into First Step to Home, so that we can best support people to make the transition from homelessness to being housed permanently.
They make us feel like a part of the community. You know, like they don't think they're not thieves. We're not thieves. They don't look at it that way. We're not stealing from nobody. It's very important to be part of the community. At least you're contributing. You're doing something with yourself. You're not harming nobody. There's no harm in going in that. I'm not hurting nobody.
Hold on. What was that?
Those two good little chairs.
So what was your score for tonight?
Eh? How much did I make all together tonight? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50. Not bad.
Plus?
Plus this, all together. I counted them all together.
But the 2 chairs too.
Plus 2 chairs. Plus I got a home already.
And you got the hell out of the house.
And I got the hell out of the house.
Go on.
And I'll be out of the house again tonight. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Doing what?
Go look for balls. You never know when I'm going to go out. An hour's sleep, half an hour's sleep, and I'm up.
In this case, if they take this portion and change it, if they change the rent supplement program and don't make it flexible, meaning that you'll help people to move, the program is over for a lot of people. A lot of the people that we thought were housed and going to be housed and taken care of for life, who had been damaged greatly by being homeless for years, are going to go back to the streets.
We're housing workers, but we tend to deal with their everyday lives. But I find because we always are in crisis mode with a certain number of participants on this program, we're not able to do the real work.
Well, we've changed it around. We got new furniture, painted the place up, and it looks really nice in here. I'm very proud of myself because I've taken care of I've maintained my household, right? You know, like getting housing is one thing. Maintaining and keeping it is another thing. I am changing, but the change is slow. People don't understand like how difficult it is to try to stay clean.
Why do you think you still fall off, even though you've been...
Because I'm an addict. Very vulnerable because when we had better housing, we were still letting people in our houses. Because you're used to having them people around, right?
Do you think, are you letting them in because you don't want them on the streets, or are you letting them in because you need to have them around, or is it because...
We're letting them in because they have drugs. That's why we're letting them in. But the thing is, I don't let them in my house. No fucking way will I let that happen again. I'm not going to lie about it.
I mean, you don't look unhealthy.
No, because I eat very well.
I can't even go to where I live right now because the dealers have taken over the building. If I want to move somewhere now, I have to go to a tribunal to do it. That means I'm going to have to wait 4 to 5 months. So I'm not going to go home for 4 or 5 months because I can't get into a tribunal. In my situation right now, I'm forced to go to a shelter when I have housing, and I should be going to my house, and I can't because these people have taken over. I'm just, I can't be by myself, buddy. I've got over 30 years in the joint. I'm used to having people around me. Put me in an apartment by myself and I'm looking for something stupid to do. But yet, I'm not allowed legally, I'm not allowed to take a roomer in with me to have somebody stay with me. So what do? I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Yeah.
So do you think it's possible for you to learn to be on your own?
Maybe a little late, but anything is possible. Anything's possible. When I was down at Tent City, I felt like I belonged somewhere. And that means a lot to me. I have to be a part of something and be included in something to do this, otherwise I can't.
And how do you feel now?
I'm lost, bud. I'm lost. I don't know what to do.